Besides the obvious of having a home which is an asset, what other benefits are there for potential homeowners in having a home loan account?
Yeah, so the home loan account is really the thing that makes it all happen. If you had to now want to buy a property of, let's say, R1,000,000, your repayment would be roughly 9,000 Rand. If you didn't have access to a mortgage loan or a home loan, you would have to save that 9,000 Rand for approximately 10 years. If you were to earn an investment return of about 12%, and pay the receiver of revenue his dues, also property prices are likely to increase over this time. So you're going to need a good 10, 11 years of disciplined saving that 9,000 Rand a month to be only able to buy your property 10 years from now. So a mortgage loan basically just makes the entire thing possible right now.
So it just makes sense on every level if you are in the position to buy the home now?
Absolutely. So the home loan is also a nice flexible tool where you can pay more than what's required of you. So if you start off taking on a 20-year home loan and you're able to pay more into a home loan, you can actually shorten that period quite materially, thereby saving on interest. So we also advise customers to, as they get their salary increases of 5% or maybe more if they're fortunate, to also increase their repayment on their mortgage to allow them to settle their debt earlier.
You've touched on something there, the flexibility of the home loan. Not very many people know that home loans are flexible.
Absolutely.
Do you want to touch on that a little bit more?
Absolutely. So the home loan is almost like a mini little savings account within your home loan where you get the opportunity to save risk-free, tax-free at your mortgage loan rate, which could be around the prime level 9.25%. So there's not many investments, if any, that allow you to save, as I said, risk-free, tax-free, at an interest rate that high. So it's a very flexible financial tool. You can transfer money between your home loan and your check account. And if you have your home loan and check account, for example, at the same institution, that clearing is instant. So it's really an awesome management tool.
But I guess it's advisable for the consumer, for the homeowner, to keep in touch with his bank about what is happening on the interest rate front, on the savings front, at all times?
Absolutely. So we do advise customers to always keep a close eye on their finances. Be aware of the likelihood of interest rates increasing, because that would have a direct impact on your repayment at the end of the day. And also, if you realize that your finances are becoming a bit strained, to make contact with the bank proactively as soon as you possibly can. It really allows the bank to structure some solutions to meet your needs. And there's different options. One can consider things like debt consolidation, trying to do somewhat of a term extension. We also do payment breathers where if a customer's needs are quite short term, and then have some difficulty they need to overcome, the bank really wants to assist our customers to not lose their property.
And I think that's something very, very important, once again, is for customers and homeowners to become proactive. Absolutely. Not to wait until it's too late, not to wait until legal action has been taken, not to wait until even a Section 129 telling you that we are now going to take legal action, to just become proactive and not to be scared to speak to their bank.
Absolutely. There's a human being at the other side of the call that really wants to help you keep your property. So it's not in the bank's best interest or in your own for the property to have to be sold at foreclosure. So our interests are quite aligned, and as a bank we really do want to help you. It's important though that you don't not answer the calls when the bank tries to make contact with you, and even better so to approach the bank proactively. Put all the facts on the table and work with the bank in this process of trying to actually fix this problem that you might be facing.
I think the not answering of the phone calls is something that comes down to very basically South Africans not wanting to acknowledge the problem of debt.
Absolutely. And it's a scary thing, not knowing whether the bank actually, wants to sell your property. That is not in our best interest. So we really do try and help customers, but it's important that customers also help themselves. And by making contact with the bank, making some sort of payment arrangement and then sticking to them, there's not much more that we can ask as a bank.